Good evening. Happy Friday, my friends and family, my YouTube community. It's me, Bridget, from Bridget and Justin Starting From Scratch. And today we're going to be talking about Valentine's Day, love and relationships, okay? I'm not going to get into it too deep, but we're going to have a little bit of fun today. If you're interested, please stick around, like, subscribe, and comment below. And I'm wishing everybody wellness, okay? All right. So I hope everyone's day is going good and happy Friday. All right. So you guys, today is Friday, right? Okay. Today is Valentine's Day. Woo. Okay. How my girls doing out there? How my ladies doing out there? Is everybody okay? Seriously, because I've seen on Justin's in there. He's just having fun. But I've seen, some things on social media and stuff like that, poor thing of like girls just crashing out already, like, you know what I'm saying? Because their Valentine's Day or pre-Valentine's Day is not going, the way they thought it would be going and stuff like that. And men, I can't even speak for the men. You know what I'm saying? I just know that women are very emotional creatures, and a lot of times we work off of our emotions. And I want to tell you one thing right now, that's not good. Okay? So even though we're very emotionally driven, okay, it's just not a good way to be. All right? I can understand if you're pregnant because you have hormones, and your hormones do a lot of things to your body, and you're very, very, sensitive and stuff like that, like when you're pregnant. And so your hormones can have you feeling in a way where you're like, whoo, that's a lot. I didn't even recognize myself, right? But besides that, you want to get your emotions in check, ladies, okay? And I'm talking to my ladies because, again, we're very emotionally driven people, right? We get, our monthly cycles. We birth children. We're the caregivers. We take care of our families. We take care of the kids, and we do take the most, I'm going to say, as far as when it's coming to like heartache and pain and stuff like that in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because it depends on what kind of woman you are, really. You know what I mean? This isn't for every single woman, obviously, because we're not all the same. Our anatomy is the same. But we all grow and learn things at different times and phases in our life, right? So, for an instance, me, you hear Justin in there laughing. I hear you in there, stinker. That's my Valentine, right in there. That's my forever Valentine. And I want you guys to feel the same way about your loved ones and about your children. Those people are the people who are forever your Valentine's Day, Valentines. And that's if you even celebrate pagan holidays like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like this isn't even what I was gonna say, but it's just, you guys, it's not that serious. So I don't know if a lot of people like to act out or whatever like that for different reasons, for attention or social media, or to get people's attention, or to exaggerate or something like that. But Valentine's Day is just another day, you guys. Like, hello. Like, you still gotta go to work, probably not tomorrow, but some people tomorrow, yes. You still got bills to pay. You still gotta feed the kids. You still gotta do your same daily tasks. Now, don't get me wrong. When you're in a relationship and you're evenly yoked, okay, it feels like, to me, it's hard to come by these days, okay? I don't see many relationships that are just evenly yoked. And, you have a real man. And when I say a real man, I mean like a leader, right? The leader, a man who can take lead of the household, okay? That's a provider, right? A protector. You know what I'm saying? For me, that's like old school, because I don't see that a lot in this day and age, in this day and era. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's so much and so many ways I can go about this whole conversation. I can like dice it up, chop it up, and do a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm not. I'm just going to try to keep it as simple as I can and just make a quick little vlog. Not too quick, but you know, I'm just going to try to shed some light on my people. I just feel bad, because I feel kind of bad, because I feel like sometimes when you don't know no better, you don't do better. But I feel like a lot of us know better. We know better, right? Like when I was younger, I had to be swept off my feet, right? Like you wasn't going to just tell me anything and I was going to go for it, right? To be in a relationship, right? I was smart. Like I was not. But let me tell you something. Even though I had to be swept off my feet, right? And nobody else could claim the guy that I was with, or that was a problem. Nobody did that, to my knowledge, when I was in relationships when I was younger. And if they did, I would make my guy correct that situation. But let me tell you something. Those are all things that are not even necessary, you guys. That's so whack. Even when I was younger, that was a whack situation. Those were whack situations still. Even though I still like, even though the guys pursued me, right, to be in a relationship, and so I was their girlfriend, right? Okay. They still did what they wanted to do. That's what you got to realize, ladies. A man is going to be a man regardless. Okay? It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you bring to the table. A lot of times, most of the time, men, all of the time, a man is going to be who he is. Right? So, of course, I've been cheated on. Of course, I've been played. Of course, I've been disrespected. Of course, I made myself look stupid way more than one time, because I would get myself in these relationships and, again, when you're pursued and you're the person's girlfriend and stuff like that, you expect a certain level of trust and stuff like that, and loyalty and all that good stuff, right? And you get it, but you only get it to a certain extent, because the man's going to be the man anyway. And if you're hip a little bit to stuff, because I'm not like necessarily hip to everything and stuff, but I'm hip to some things, but I was naive too. Very naive too. But it's not my job to fight with a man over what a man wants to do. So what I'm saying to you guys is, it's not your job to fight with a man over what a man wants to do, right? It doesn't matter if you're younger in a relationship. It doesn't matter if you're older in a relationship. It doesn't matter what, right? What you want to go for are real core values in people, right? And what I want to say is, what you really want to go for is a God-fearing man, right? Because if a man fears God and he goes by biblical principles, he's less likely to want to hurt you or to, usually it's not because they directly want to hurt you and inflict pain. It's just that being in their nature, they step out or do what they want to do and disregard your feelings. So I think that it's best sometimes when you get with a Christian man, right? Somebody has the same values as you and wants the same things as you and believes in God and just wants to keep growing on that belief in God and all that good stuff, and you want a leader, you know what I'm saying, and you want to be a woman, and you want to stay in your place, and you want to also have your thing going on, your business or your profession. You want to take care of the home, take care of the kids, and you want to be by your man's side. You want to help your man, and you want to be the helper, you know what I'm saying? You want to make sure the house is run right, and the bills are paid, and everything is going on, right? But you want to stay in your feminine. You don't want to have to be in your masculine, right? But let me tell you something. This is 2025. And if anybody here is in an old school relationship and a good, genuine, loving relationship, I salute you guys. And I am so proud of you guys, because, you know, you can just take a look on social media and you'll just see it's just, you know, you don't have to be a part of social media necessarily to take a look at it and see a lot of things that are going on, right? Because people just talk, right? Or you can just talk to some of your friends and stuff like that and just see, because you can listen to the games people are playing, right? You don't want to be no part of that, you guys. Like, who wants to be a part of the games? So although when I was younger, I really stood my ground, right? I still got played. I'm not saying like a whole guitar, but like I still remember the times where, you know, I had to be the one to either leave or be in the position to feel like, am I going to forgive this person and stay? Right? And I forgave and I stayed until I left. I left, but I gave chances. I gave a couple of chances. And then I left. Always left. But I should have left the first time. The first time somebody plays with you, and the first time, I don't know if it just depends. It depends, not cheating. Like, if you have a man or you have a woman or something like that, ladies or gentlemen, and the person steps out on you in an intimate way, why would we forgive that? Maybe I need to be reminded, like, what the heck was I thinking? Because, like, I mean, I had no proof, you know, because the guy's always going to lie and say it didn't happen. And the girl is the one that's going to say that it happened. And then you have to use your best judgment, right? So that's what I did. I would use my best judgment. And my best judgment wasn't always the best judgment, okay? Because I was in love and my heart was involved, right? So when that happens, you're vulnerable and you love and you want to believe the best in the person that you're laying beside. You want to believe the best in the person that told you that they wouldn't hurt you and that you know loves you because of the way that they act. Their actions speak louder than the words, right? So you forgive. But let me tell you something. The more you forgive, the more that person knows that they're going to be able to get away with it again. And that's the sad part. And that's just the truth. And so I was talking to a couple of my Christian girlfriends lately. And you know something? Sad to say, but I heard that even the Christian guys don't know what they want nowadays. And they're playing too. Because people can say that they're a Christian or whatever the case may be and not be all in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to really be careful about the people that you get yourself involved with nowadays, you guys. You have to really, really, really be careful about that for so many reasons. I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. So many reasons. That's a whole nother lot of conversations. But I'm just, let me take a sip of my soda. I'm just thinking of the times where Valentine's Day did actually mean something to me. And when it did mean something to me, I didn't have to question anything though. You get it? I knew we was going to go somewhere. I knew that was my Valentine. There was no question, right? So, you know, it was automatic. Nowadays, if you guys have to question, is this my man? Is this man being faithful? Are we doing something for Valentine's Day? You're not where you're supposed to be in that relationship at all. At all. Anything you have to question after intimacy and after, you know, bonding and, you know what I'm saying? Because in a relationship, like this, like make pretend this is an apple. You got to go all the way around that apple and get to know that person and be that person's friend and all these other things. There's so many layers and stuff like that to the relationship to make the relationship. And then in the middle of that apple is the intimacy, like meaning the real, like intercourse intimacy. But you got to get there. You know what I'm saying? And that takes time. That takes levels. That takes layers. You know what I'm saying? If you go full on in with the personal intimacy, like the intercourse intimacy, you really most likely lost. I mean, I guess on TV, some people say that they've been together, they was together the first night or whatever the case may be, and they stayed together. And that could be true for some people. But me personally, I just wouldn't do that, and I wouldn't suggest anybody do that and then think you're going to be somebody's Valentine or you're going to be somebody's wife, right? Plus, why would you want to do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you're sitting over there somewhere and you're in your feelings, or you're talking on the phone to your girlfriends talking about, I can't believe and I wonder why, or you're calling the guy's phone and he's not answering, or he's acting like a jerk, or your guy flaked out a day before Valentine's Day, 2 days before Valentine's Day, 3 days before Valentine's Day week, whatever the case may be, just know that that was a part of the game. That was a part of the game, ladies. That was not no accident. Okay? Men know what they're doing. And men are not emotional creatures like women. Men think from their brain, right? Like a lot of women, we think from our heart. We, you know, like, men don't think like that. You got to get out of your feelings. You got to get out of your feelings and you got to get into like the real logistics of things. You know what I'm saying? And you have to start going by when people show you who they are, believe them. Believe them. I can't tell you how many times, not just saying in a relationship or anything, but just in life in general, okay? When you read somebody's character and you read the room and you're, you know, reading somebody's character and stuff like that, and your intuition talks to you and stuff like that, and you can see things, you know what I'm saying, for what they are and stuff like that. We have to stop being like, oh, but this, oh, but that, and stop making excuses for people. People are grown.